Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to put together this macaw applique pattern. And I do want to point out that this one is a scarlet macaw, but the pattern includes all of the pieces and placement guides that you need for 4 different types of macaws. Here's how to put it together. Okay, this is the video showing you how to assemble the macaw pattern. And that pattern includes, I'm sorry, if you're not using a light box for placement, so that's important. The macaw pattern includes pieces and guides for 4 different macaws, and you can probably also use those same pieces and just change the colors out to make other macaws, but the pattern includes 4. And this one that I'm making here is the scarlet macaw. So I've printed out that placement guide to use as a guide if I need it. All of the pieces are numbered so you can easily see what piece goes where. And I did write in the colors that each of these pieces are supposed to be, and that helped me when I was getting my fabric down. So I looked at a picture of a macaw and just transferred over what all of the colors were of the pieces. So I've got all of my pieces prepared, and that means I have printed. You can also trace your pattern onto the paper side of paper-backed fusible adhesive. I use Heat and Bond Light in all of my quilts. Fuse it down to the back side of the fabric and then cut out the pieces all on the solid lines. So you'll see some dotted lines within the piece. Those are placement guides that are showing you where other pieces are going to be positioned. So you'll need to transfer those over to the fabric side. And you can do that by just holding it up in a window, and the light shining through will make these lines show up very clearly on the fabric side, and you can just transfer them over. All right, now the pieces are prepared, so we are ready to assemble. So we're going to start with the big body piece. So I do almost all of my quilts what I call snapshot style. So I want it to look like I snapped a photo of this bird and I zoomed way in on the face. So the rest of his body exists, it just is not in the photo. So I get that illusion by having this straight cut edge. Just line that up with the straight edge at the bottom of your block. And when you sew the pieces together, that edge will be caught in your stitching line, and so it will give that illusion. One thing I forgot to point out is these are pretty big birds, and if you print this out full size, most printers are going to cut off a little sliver here on the side. I just did it that way because I didn't want you to have to resize any patterns. I wanted you to be able to print them all out at 100% size. So you don't really need that bit for placement because it's really just this little sliver on the side of him. So all the important stuff is in the placement guide. Okay, so we get that. Let's go ahead and put the top of his beak in here next, because that is going to influence how it centers in here, because that is the bit that sticks out the farthest. So we're going to just peel off the paper and then tuck this behind, and as soon as it covers that line, I know I've got good coverage. There we go. So that's as far out as it's going to go on this side, and it's pretty close over on this side. I am happy with that placement, so let's keep going. So let's do the other half of his beak. So this is the bottom of his beak. So we're going to need to tuck it under the top and under the body. So I'm going to kind of hold those in place because I've already got them where I want them. And I'm just going to slide this bit under there and then adjust as needed to get that coverage there. And that looks good. So a scarlet macaw has a lighter beak on the top and a darker beak on the bottom. Let's go ahead and put his wing into place. So the wing is mostly red, but I wanted it to show up as a different from his body. So I used 2 reds that are from the same fabric collection so that they are exact colors, but the the print on them is different, so that will change how they look. So it reads like two different colors. It's a thing that I do all the time. Now we're going to put the yellow stripe on, and that just goes on the front of his wing. So I'm just going to cover up that curved edge and line the straight edge up at the bottom. And then we have one more sliver of color. He's got like a little bit of blue showing. There we go. So that is his wing, and now he's also got a white patch behind his eye. And we're just going to line that up here. And you could cut away the fabric underneath here. I just left it as one piece because some of the macaws have this spot around the eye and some do not, and I wanted you to be able to use the same pattern to make a lot of different macaws. And now we can put his eye in place. Okay, and I need to get that up. I didn't like, there's a little sliver of red showing up there. I don't like that. All right, so that is, whoa, that's not right. That's why it's wrong. I'm looking at my placement guide and ignoring it. So the eye patch starts down here. That's why those curves didn't match up. Not paying attention to my own pattern. There we go, that looks right. So finished macaw, scarlet macaw. I'm going to take this over to my ironing board and fuse all the pieces in place, and then I'll bring it back here and show you the finished bird and also show you the 3 other macaws that I made using different pattern pieces so that you can mix and match your own as well, because there are a lot of different macaws in a lot of different beautiful fun colors. All right, here is a finished scarlet macaw, but I want to show you all of the other specific types of macaws that I made. And you can use a lot of these pieces to make some other kinds of macaws also that I didn't specify in the pattern, but just look them up and see what they look like and what colors go where. Like a lot of them have this kind of an eye spot, so, and different beak colors and different kinds of patterning on their wings. So you'll probably be able to make some other versions too, but here are the ones that I made. I made a scarlet macaw. This one is a hyacinth macaw, so it's really, really vivid blue. And instead of the big eye patch, it just has a little spot around its eye. So you've got that option. And then I did, this one is called a severe macaw. So it just has one little contrasting stripe on its wing and the big eye patch. And I did one more. This one is a blue and gold macaw. So 4 different macaw options. This one has a contrasting breast, so that gives you that option also with some other macaw varieties. So 4 different macaws that you can make, plus probably others that you can put together using any of the extra pieces that came with these guys. You can get the pattern at shinyhappyworld.com. I'm Wendy, and I will see you next time.